This is a special ride that we're taking. This is the first ride on my bike that I've taken since I had a major hip injury. And this is also my first time using the DJI Mic Mini. I've used it before, but I've never used it while riding my bike, so this is a good test. I have on the wind muff, and I don't have on noise reduction. I'm using Bluetooth, and the Bluetooth is connected to a DJI Action 5 camera. So this is the first test to see how it sounds. I hope it sounds good. I'm hoping that the only thing that happens is possibly maybe I'll have to make some minor adjustments for the wind and for my volume. But other than that, I'm hoping that I don't have any issues. I'm doing about 25 miles per hour right now, 22 miles an hour right now. And it's a lot of wind, so we'll see how this works out. And later on, I'm going to try it with the noise reduction and see what happens. Now, this is a trail in Issaquah, and people always ask me, Phil, what's so special about Washington and why do you live in Issaquah? I get that question all the time. And we're riding on one of the reasons right here. Western Washington is probably one of the most bike-friendly regions in the whole United States, and Issaquah is a very bike-friendly city. It's got plenty of bike paths. This isn't a special path I'm on. This is a regular path in Issaquah. This is the bike ride that I take maybe 3 to 4 times a week when I was riding. When I was home, when I was riding, this was the ride I would take normally. And this is just a regular ride. We also have like a bike trail called, I think it's called Duthie, D-U-T-H-I-E, Duthie Bike Park. And people come from all over the world to ride around on that bike path. And that bike path is actually the back forest to Issaquah. So I can enter it from my neighborhood park, or I can drive down to the entrance and ride a bike through a path all the way back home. Very bike friendly. And even in the streets, we have, designated bike paths everywhere, lower speed limits, and people are generally in the neighborhood respectful of people who are riding bikes. So not only do you have the paths in the trail system, you also have a demographic of people who respect you, so you feel safe even when you're on the actual road. I just turned on noise reduction. I'm on the same trail, same amount of wind, talking at the same level. It's still hooked up by Bluetooth to my DJI Action 5 Pro. And I hope this sounds good. I hope it sounds better. The amount of wind that's going into this microphone right now is such that I'm not expecting it to just get rid of all the sound and isolate my voice that good. I'm just hoping that it works well enough that it gives you a legible voice to hear when I'm riding the bike, or I'm in some other outdoor vehicle or something with windows down or a top down or whatever, whether or not I can use this. Now, if you know me, you know that I have lots of microphones. So you might be asking yourself, why would I want to take a test of this little itty bitty mic and you've got like hundreds and $1,000 value mics? Well, one, I'm getting older and I'm tired of lugging all of that stuff. And two, the smallest stuff has gotten to a quality that has opened me up to considering mobile mics like this. I've already been using the Rode mics for quite some time, and I've even done podcasts with it, and you can get broadcast quality from them, so them just downsizing it shouldn't be that hard of a deal at this point. Some of the other mics that are small like this that I'm going to be testing coming up soon is I have Hollyland's mics. I'm interested in comparing how they handle noise reduction and different things. Like I've used it at events. I've used it in very sterile, professional type of scenarios where there's no wind, there's no echoes, there's no nothing. So if you've got a halfway decent microphone, then it's going to, okay, so we're going through a tunnel, guys. So like I said, any decent microphone should halfway do a good job in a perfect scenario. It's just like when you go to the museum, you can go to a museum and take photos of the displays, and you can take, anybody could take the photo, and the photos look so good, and it's because at the museum, they've professionally lit all of the exhibits. So you're literally in a studio when you're at the museum. I used to love to, museums used to really make it hard on you to come in with any kind of cameras. They've kind of given up on that unless you have a professional camera. So I used to take a small DSLR and put a 50 millimeter on it so I could like stick it in a pouch. And the 50 millimeter shots that I got with that perfect studio lighting in the museum, I used to get some really beautiful shots. Going in museums also helped me to learn how to light in certain situations. You know, you can read books, you can take classes, but a museum is like the practical use of the light to highlight whatever it is you want to highlight. All right, guys, so what do you think so far of the noise reduction that's going on? If anybody's curious, I'm riding a Rad Power 5 bike. I've had this for maybe 3 years now. Okay, guys, still a little windy, but not as much wind. I've taken off the noise reduction. I really hope these work out well. Like I said, they work out well in a perfect scenario, but I do a lot of things. Like I do events where, yeah, there is some professional scenarios where the sound is right and all of that type stuff. But I'm also covering live with events within these events, whether it be music or some kind of demonstration with the audience interaction. And I have to have stuff that will handle those things, and I prefer to have something that I don't have to do a lot of adjustments on the actual hardware, and hopefully I don't have to do a lot of adjustments in the edit.